seem to have forgotten to take my sleeping mask off.
Can you discern between evil and good?
Oh.
No! Damn it! Fuck!
Could have been a bit more eager in your attempt, but never mind. We could drag a bit of rebar out of this concrete and use that as a walloping stick. I'm sure that would go marvellously. Right then. Oh, I still have my axe from, like, 2 weeks ago. Alrighty then. Sure we don't want to go down there? I'm sure we'd survive the fall. At least it would if this was an action movie, anyway. Right then. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a bit more of The Evil Within. Right then. Well, this is going swimmingly, and we haven't even frickin' begun. Right. I'm slightly pensive, shall we say, about this episode, for innumerable reasons that I should get into. What does that say? That says... The Prestige Hotel. I thought I said Prostig Hotel at first, which would have been slightly confusing, since I've never heard of a stig that wasn't professional.
Be kept here.
What, in your painting? Which you don't seem to be doing a very good job of lip-syncing to the audio with, but never mind. Apparently that's topical. Maybe I can burn through it. What, with the light? Or you mean... Oh, with the stick of fire. I don't know where you got this idea from, or why it's taking so long. Alright, I feel like we still could have scooted our bum under there, but never mind. I'm not here to be a professional judge of whether spaces or not can accommodate posteriors. But yeah, I'm slightly pensive about doing this recording. I'll get my factual reason out of the way first, and then I'll do my silly superstitious one. So, it would seem so far that each of the chapters have been an hour and a half long, which is slightly inconvenient, because it means if we do an hour-long video, we'll then have another half hour of this DLC to do.
Leslie!
Oh, good. Sorry. I thought that was somebody worse. Some sort of big hammer man. I seem to remember we encountered Hammerman here as the detective at some point. I assume I can't go there. No, okay. Just looked like a place where you might store something secret if you were a secret storage person. Yeah, so either I'm left with, assuming that it is an hour and a half long, I'm either left to do a video that's an hour and a half long, which is more than I'd like to do, or we do like the last half hour of this and the beginning of the Executioner DLC next week, which I'd rather not do given how different they are. I can't climb over here. Do I need to go into the elevator? So yeah, that's why I'm slightly pensive about doing this one, because I don't want to screw up the ordering. I should probably...
Don't risk it. Hold on. I think I see another way down. I'll meet you on a lower level.
Would you kindly stop dancing?
Please. Just stay out of my way.
Excellent dance moves. You'd win all sorts of talent competitions with that, my friend. Can I see them up there? Yeah, I don't know why I'm turning my head as if that's going to frickin' help. Living too much in the real world, that's the problem. But no, that's interesting to see how these sort of Kidman's bit links up with the main game, but I like it when it does that. But that's my factual reason for being pensive. My superstitious reason for being pensive is the suit I'm wearing. Because I have noticed an odd trend that when I wear this suit in recordings, they're more likely to be of lower quality than when I wear other suits. But that's just the superstitious nature of myself, so I'll shut up.
After surviving the fire incident and subsequent abuse from his parents, it's a miracle Reuben can function at all. His work comes from a place that isn't motivated by fear or money or social standing. His motives are more pure. I would say that he is obsessed with the chance to relive and remold reality so he can be with her again. His scarring is heavy, both physically and emotionally, but he longs for his lost sister. His love for her borders almost on an incestuous level, but as long as it provides motivation, so be it.
That's funny from the accents. I didn't realise we were in Alabama, but perhaps I'm mistaken. Right, what is that noise and precisely how much does it want to kill me? Yes, there's that lovely face. There's that lovely safe face person. Right then, sorry, I have a small insect crawling up my arm, but don't you worry about that. The situation has been resolved. Yes, I do find the ordering of the audio books that we get to be a little strange, because, like, that one was presumably very early on in the sort of working relationship between Jimenez and Ruvik. But then other ones we've had are an enormous amount later. They're not very temporally ordered. Anybody would think they were installments in a series of Star Wars, but never mind. I feel like the closer and closer we get to Leslie, the closer and closer we get to those rumbly tummies that I can hear. Those rumbly tummies that I think would rather like to be filled with my own flesh. Alright, at first I thought that was actually harming me, as if that was some form of, almost like a flamethrower effect, but I don't believe that it is. It just seems to be leading me very cinematically into the next room. And a banana, that's always good. You again with your rubbish lip syncing.
Take control of him. Maybe I
Oh,
can
get
stop.
out. There's a bad person over there. Don't look at me, bad person. Look at the pineapples instead. Okay, so I'm assuming I have to remove... I should probably turn that off, thinking about it. Sort of remove the effect of Ruvik by burning the various different paintings in order to sort of drive him out, as it were. So I need to circumnavigate this place rather more carefully than I'm currently doing, in order to reach the different paintings. And that you've slightly noticed me, haven't you? I would go out on a limb and say the answer to that question is probably yes. I do have an axe, but it's not going to do me an awful lot of good because she doesn't use it when I melee, which is annoying.
Here's my vessel. I am in control.
I'm very sure that you are. Except I'm not in control of these, oh giddy up, these fine fellas of yours. I need to jump over this, but I can't vault in this game for reasons that escape me. I'm gonna have to go and get him out of the cupboards. Please tell me this isn't timed, otherwise I am so screwed. Right. Let's just relax and pretend like they don't know we're here. Well, toodle pip, old boy. So glad you could come out and visit. I can't use my axe to kill one of them, can I? That would be really cool. And hey! It is going to be very sneaky because the other one's going to notice instantly. Except they didn't, which makes my life about a dozen times easier. I'm very grateful for this axe. Alrighty then. Don't think I had any right to achieve what I just did, but I'm not. You can't see me, alright? I am most short and discreet, and I'm not going to be very discreet unless I can get around this corner. Alright, oh, for goodness sake! He's getting a bit ridiculous. What under the sun was that? It's like some big red boomerang went around the corner. Almost chopped my head off. That was so fun on a Christmas bun. Would you go inside, please? And thank you very much. Now I can't see if they're coming in or not. There he is. Hello. You've probably slightly noticed me. At least they don't injure you when they do that. Which is one small kindness I suppose I shouldn't be unnecessarily insulting about them. Right, if I just crouch here, will they eventually lose me or not? Problem is when I just crouch behind these blasted tables, they're not quite tall enough in order to hide me. It's alright. I think... Yes, okay. He has lost track of me. Which is great. Oh, there's another axe here. I wish to have this other axe, please. I didn't realise you'd be supplying me with these. But I'm very grateful for it. Okay, I've just got to kill him, and then I can go about my business as I please, without worry of interruption. Kindly die. Thank you. I'm most appreciative of this. I'm also appreciative of how awfully tardy Ruvik is being this afternoon. Right. Now I can do this with... I was going to say with reckless abandon. Actually, no. With great degrees of well thought out abandon, presumably. There we go. I appreciate it took about 17 years, but we did get it sorted out in the end.
It works. Holy shit. Maybe I can stop Ruvik then.
Not entirely sure why he's contained within a within I do know that game. It has been about 6 months, but I do remember. I might not remember very much, including my own middle name, as I have discovered whilst filling out forms recently. But I remember that, if nothing else. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why all of a sudden Ruvik needs a painting. He never seemed to need that in the past, so I'm not sure what's changed. Well, there's a light there, isn't there? Which I can't erect. Oh no, I can. Sort of. Slight. I'm gonna have to get rid of this bottle.
Leslie! Leslie, where are you?
I don't know, that seems sort of obvious and story related. This seems slightly more subtle and sneaky. So I'm going to see what we can find. Staff only. Presumably for the writing staff, rather than the rather than like the cleaning staff or anything. There's a number there. There's number 15. That presumably means there's another safe. There's number 8 there. That's in yellow as well. The 15 was in red. That probably means we're going to have like 3 lights with different colours on them, and then we've got the 18 there in blue. Alright. So yellow 8, red 15, and blue 18. Where's the thingamajig? Here it is. Alright. Let me see. Red 15. And how do I switch these things again? With the mouse. Fair enough. Actually, let's go this way. It'll be slightly shorter. We want blue 18. I think that's right. And then we want yellow 8. Which is that one. Hooray. That was painless and didn't involve a jump cut. That makes me instantly happy. Alrighty then. Yeah, as I said last time, I'm pretty sure we've missed one of those. Because there was definitely one safe that I didn't open because I couldn't find the necessary code for it. So unfortunately I think we've screwed that up royally, and I'll never be able to tell you what the letters are meaning. But never mind. You didn't come here expecting me to do this properly or competently. You, if you came here at all, you came here because you expected me to screw it up royally at unprecedented levels. Would you kindly stop dancing? Thank you. I appreciate this sacrifice that you've made for my benefit. I'll try to repay the favour sometime. Alrighty then, this seems familiar. That seems like the place I'm meant to go. So I'm gonna go the exact opposite direction and investigate. Investigate this. Indeed. Good, good, good. Another music track. Excellent. I was just wondering whether unlocking the... Oh, Pascal. Hello, Pascal. I was wondering whether unlocking the music tracks would allow you to like, download them. Like, you can download some soundtracks for games off Steam. But I feel like if that was the case, I would know about it. Here are some enormous barrels of pineapple. Those must have been some pretty big pineapples if we've got whole slices in there. But never mind. Perhaps they grow especially girthy in America compared to the ones I'm used to. But never mind, here is audio tape. Let us listen to this after we have given the cat some attention, because cats are more important than audiobooks, as anybody who's ever had a cat will tell you. Or at least anyone that's ever had a cat and said anything different in front of the cat and then proceeded to get viciously assaulted by the cat's claws and teeth will definitely tell you that. Right, may I please listen to the book now?
I revisited the Victoriano estate yesterday. It's a vestige, a mere husk of what was bound to be such a home of promise. Mobius reaped nearly everything of value when we took on the research ourselves, but Reuben's notes indicate he was involved in something else. There were plans for another STEM prototype. Data about using receptors to transmit the brain function wirelessly to unaware users. It's borderline parapsychology, but these schematics and the scientific backup provided seems sound. What was he planning to do with such a thing? There's only one way to find out for certain, but I must continue these experiments in private, away from their prying eyes. I will not let them know, lest they take this from me as well.
Sorry, OBS is doing that silly thing with the scroll wheel again that it seems to do from time to time. Not sure how to mend that, but never mind, everything should still be, hopefully, alright. Either that or the microphone has just died, which isn't a bad thing, because then you won't have to listen to my inane, drivelling prattle all evening, which will surely be a blessing. Righty-ho then. I mean, that is a perfect example of what I was talking about with the notes being so much later, because that's after... Hello, friends. What's that? Oh, Gideon. Oh, there's more of them there. There's loads down here, actually. And a bottle. Excellent. There's actually a lot of bottles here. I wonder whether, this was where they kept the alcoholics. Either that or, it's just like an infinite supply. Alright, if I throw this sort of in the middle, I'm wondering if they'll sort of bump into each other. That would be kind of cool. No, they're not going to bump into each other and pop. And they've got enough spiky bits and enough pimply bits, you'd imagine that would be the sort of thing they do. I still think that vaulting would be a really good idea here, but I don't think I can do that. So how am I going to get through here if these two aren't going to move very much? I'm going to have to scoot my boot, most particularly. I don't even really know where I'm going, to be quite frank. I'm going to presume that we're not going over there. I don't think I can see anything over there of interest. Oh, I can move this. This is going to make noise. Big noise has been made. Let me not go down there. No, I've changed my mind. What is that? It's more tins of stuff. I can't even see what that says. I think that says bran, which I think has something to do with wheat. Alright then, is this where we're going? Looks like we need a key card for this. Yeah, that's no good. I must find a card. Alright then, gladly that noise didn't attract them to my position, which is something I'm very grateful for. Here's a random door that they have in a morgue. I have suddenly stopped being able to move, which is less than optimal. Frankly, if I had a massive exploding porcupine behind me, I think, no matter how small the gap was, that I could squeeze myself through it, if push came to shove. But never mind. And by pushing and shoving, I literally mean the pushing and shoving of their pustules on my posterior. But never mind any of that rubbish. Let's try that again. Let me be careful about this. Let me throw the bottle over there and mistake which end of the arc is the throwy bit. Then they'll go over there, which will let me go through here. Here we go. Oh, giddy on! This was a tactical boo-boo. This is a big tactical boo-boo. Or maybe it wasn't, actually. Now, hopefully this area will be completely empty. I can run through it, grab the keycard, post-haste. Amongst the meat. Amongst the meat! What? Oh, pick up, sorry. I thought you wanted me to do something with the carcass there. That would have been a bit weird. Hello, friend. Please don't eat my foot again, or I shall have to get a stiletto to the face. Doors with card readers. Good, good, good. Now, the question is... Oh, giddy yards. Are there any, like, broken windows I could throw this through? There is. I have been clever and tactical and sensible and smart and all these other sorts of good things. Unless they lose interest a bit faster than they did last time and they come back through here and blow my brains out. Which also seems entirely plausible, probably. But no, actually, I probably shouldn't move that thing. I should probably wait for those two to go back to where they're meant to be. I should have called them pulsating pimply porcupines. That's what I should have done. Now their AI isn't quite good enough in order to get them back where they're supposed to be. Oh no, it is. Those two are just like one on top of another. They're doing a bit of a piggyback ride. Alrighty then. Because I want there to be less over here when I push that, because that's going to make an infernal racket and I'm going to need to run away from it. And if I only need to run away from 3, that's got to be easier than running away from 5. Can I just... No, I was hoping I could just move it a little bit, rather than breaking everything. But no such luck. Okay. Hopefully they'll still be distracted by that long enough for me to get through here. Thank you, and it happened immediately. Of this I'm grateful. Can I shut it behind me? No, but fate can do that for me. Thank you, fate. I am grateful. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. What's this? Dead Lloyd. Sounds like a music act. Given the fact that this is free drinks included, that means it's probably not a very good music act if they have to stuff you full of booze for you to actually find the music bearable. But what do I know? Alrighty then. Let's see what we've got next. I guess we're still looking for Leslie. There he is. That makes life easier. I probably am not going to be able to wade through that, so I'm going to need to go through here, aren't I? Oh, sorry, it's been a long week. I need my chocolatey medicinal liquid more than ever. Right then, let me see. I can't get through here. There's big boxes in the way. Can't actually get through here at all. Seriously, where am I going? Because this game doesn't let me vault over stuff. Unless I can break these with the power of my feet. I can indeed. Excellent. I don't...
Fuck.
Alright, Mr. Potty Mouth. There's no need to be quite so rude. I was just about to go on a random uninteresting tangent about the fact that I once did kick a big wooden box like that, and it didn't shatter into a million billion bits.
Oh god, more of them.
What the hell? What's going on over there? Oh no, that's just Leslie. That's alright. I mean, it's not alright because he's like dying and screaming in agony, and and all that sort of hilarious jazz. So that's hardly optimal. But don't you worry about that. Right, I have wonderful memories of being here in the main game, and dealing with the demonic Roombas of death, and everything else that we had to deal with around here. My first question is whether or not there are any axes, because they will make my life a dozen times easier. I'm not seeing any. Oh, there's some stuff over here that I'm sort of interested in, but also a bit scared of. There's a passageway over there in the corner I could go through. Who are you? There you are. Hello, friend. I should probably get to a slightly more discreet location if I'm going to let you pass. I should probably also go into like the. Would you Kitty aunt? Would you press the button, Phil? There's lots and lots of them, aren't there? I would like to see where that I'd like to know where my bottle went, if that's not too much to ask. I don't have it in like my... Oh, I can still use my inventorium. Alright then. Let me just chuck that... oh, an axe. There's an axe there. I've just noticed. I have noticed something. I have made an observation. I shall write it down in my scientific notebook. As opposed to my thoroughly ad hoc notebook, I suppose. Would you get in the cupboard? Thank you. I think it's safe to say they know I'm here. Right then, shall we go and hide under there? Because I reckon they're going to be slightly too portly to fit. Right. Scoot my boot into here if you don't mind. I should be nice and safe in here. Alright, let's see where some of this leads. Because this might give me a run of the place if I'm lucky. What can we see? We can see nothing, but we can hear lots. Which isn't great, because that probably means they're still after me. But, I have my axe, should it come handy. I'm not giddy, aunt. Would you kindly go away? Or at least go away far enough that I can... Giddy, aunt. He's a bit handsy, is he not? I don't remember consenting to that. Just want him to go away far enough that I can slip out and then implant an axe into his cerebral cortex. Hello, friend. Prepare to die, friend. Hope you've written a will on the hatchet. I hope I've written a will, because I'm going to die of old age by the time I succeed at this. These folks are a little too circumspect for my pleasing. Would you kindly stop doing that and shut off? Alright. What I'm going to do, I think, is poke my bum out. What I want to do is throw a bottle. What I want to do is throw a bottle in order to distract him long enough, but that will lead other folks over here as well. So let me just... Look on the bright side. We're getting slightly closer to killing him each time. So if we repeat this about, I don't know, another 900 times, you know, as the number of attempts tends to infinity, the value of success, the probability of success should increase towards 1. Just freaking die. Thank you so much. Oh dear. Right, okay, there is somebody over there wearing a grey hoodie, but they're not pointing in the right direction, so we don't need to worry about that. Okie dokie. You can shout and scream and roar all you like, mate, I don't care. Can I go through here? Yes, I can. And find another axe. My favouriteest thing of all. Anything else of interest in here, other than a mop? We could actually use that quite legitimately as a weapon as well, particularly if it's been used to mop up some piddle recently, because nobody in their right mind would stand within 3 feet of somebody carrying a piddle-stained mop. Alright then, probably turn the lights off if I was actually using my brain. Okay, I think that there's 2 more people. There is one of them. The question is where the other one is. I'm going to pretend that it doesn't exist and walk this way. Okay, I haven't been spotted thus far, which is frankly incredible. I still don't understand that that's a sneak kill. That doesn't sound very quiet to me. Alright, the last painting is over there on the left. And the last maniac is over there on the right. Let me track that over there. I'm going to go and investigate a friend. Yes! Good. This probably isn't going to last long enough. Yes, and I'm going to burn you straight out of it. Yeah, this is working decently well. Let's just hope he despawned for the cutscene. That man has got to learn to stand still and stop running towards paintings of demon people. Anything sneaky in here I should be paying attention to? No, this seems like the obvious place to put something sneaky, but I see nothing sneaky. Alrighty then. Let me get hurt by the by what look like blood cells actually now that I look at them more closely. Well, this has been an error.
Please don't. It's all right. Everything's gonna be fine. I hope.
Goodness, that bit when Leslie was holding the girl reminded me of the beginning of Arkham Knight, where the policeman...
Hurry! This way!
Alright, I'm going as quick as I can. I want to see if there's anything sneaky in here. Of course not. No, there'll be anything sneaky in there. I think it's an onion, I do apologise. I thought it was a brain at first. Little box of brain bits. Don't personally know where to have a box of brain bits. Ooh, is this where the secret thing is? Ooh, it is indeed. Again, this... Hang on a minute. No, this seems... This is either criminally easy or criminally complicated. I'm not fully convinced. What the hell? I have to do it in a set number of moves. Well, fiddlesticks and screw you with a garden rake then. Not pleased about that in the slightest. yeah, I think that's either measuring the number of lights I have on, or that's measuring the number of moves I have. Okay, that's measuring the number of moves I have. Alright, so this is going to take a long time. So, we're halfway through, but never mind, hopefully at least. Let's have a little jump cut so I can rest my voice for 30 seconds and not embarrass myself by telling you how long this is going to take me. Trial and error still worked. But what? No, apparently it freaking didn't. I thought I was oh yeah, because I'm trying to get them all on, aren't I? Not all off. Oh god. I told you it'd been a long week, didn't realise it'd been that bloody long. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm bloody doing with my life. Like that. Like that. Oh, on the brink of giving up. I said when the recording reaches 35 minutes I was going to give up. But it didn't. Because I was persistent. And, you know, just, as I've said before, pure random luck. And nothing else.
Is it over?
What, the references? Probably not. Alrighty then. Over there. Alright then, let's go for a little walk and see what we can find. Excuse me. You were the one indicating this way. Is that a bug or a symptom? There's a very distinct difference between those two things, and they come from very different causes. Alrighty then, never mind.
I hope that bastard doesn't come back. For your sake, Leslie.
Okay, there's no need to be threatening. So I'm assuming that she's saying if Ruvik does take control of Leslie, she'll have to kill him for the sake of preventing Ruvik from escaping the system. Ah, this is the park. The lovely, happy, colourful park where we saw the ending cutscene. Yeah. Seems like she doesn't want to kill him, but she will if it's necessary to prevent Ruvik from escaping.
Leslie can go home? Can take the train all the way home?
No, Leslie. Not today.
You'll protect me?
Yes. That's my job.
Good, good, good. When I get home, they'll be surprised.
I'd forgotten about this bit.
It's not your fault. I'm sorry.
I was wondering why she suddenly decided
You're
to do
making
that.
a terrible mistake.
You don't understand. You don't know what he'll become.
We know exactly what he'll become. That's why we need him.
You don't understand what Ruvik is after.
Ruvik is a corpse.
He's after Leslie.
And so are we. And you're more afraid of him than us?
Don't patronize me. I have orders. But I can't let him have this boy. Leslie is the only one who can...
Don't do it! Damn it! No!
I forgot that Joseph got killed, or possibly shot. Goodness knows what happened. That's fascinating, though. So she didn't actually realise she was talking to the... She didn't realise she was speaking to a man who couldn't speak English. She didn't realise she was speaking to the detective. She thought she was speaking to her boss. Okay, so I only had one bullet left in the gun, judging by the fact that I shot and then that didn't do any good. Okay, I can't... Okay, now I can draw and use my light. Oh, dear. Anything sneaky hidden back here? Can I go through the door? No, I can't. Alright then. One day I'm going to play a modern game that isn't based on old-fashioned games. I'm going to turn around and there's going to be something behind me. That will be a good day, but that day is not today. Right then. Let us go and sit in the executive couch compared to the intern's couch and quickly save for some sort of reason. Goodness knows why. Right then, I apologise for that inconvenient cut of jumps there. Minor noise was being created that had to be avoided. Right then, so we're still after Leslie then. Do those noises annoy you? They annoy the living hell out of me. Alright, who's that? That's Leslie and his family mother. Or possibly a bunch of muggers.
Shit. He's too far gone. I've got to stop him.
Okay. This isn't good. Because this is going to take quite a long time to get through. Alrighty then. Oh, that's my light. I do apologize. I don't have like a bottle or anything, do I? I have a gun. It's got no bullets in it. Put kitty on. And I've got no sense in me. I do have a very bouncy light, though. Not a great deal else to hold to my name, but never mind. I can't scoot left and right here, which is a little disturbing. I think I can see something shiny. Like the tiniest edge of a shiny thing. Hi, friend. You're going to be a massive pain in my neck if I can't find a locker to hide in. There we are. That's good enough for me. Like, just over there. Do you see where that man is just approaching? There's like a white bag or something, and there's something shiny just next to it. That's what I'm interested in getting closer to. There's a thing over there I'm going to charge into. Because I'm sick of sitting around. This was a mistake because this isn't a passageway that goes anywhere. This is just... This is just a hiding spot. Right then. You definitely can't see me here, can you? Is that an axe? Is that an axe in the back of a wheelchair? Because if so, that's a little dark, but also very useful. So I'll pardon its darkness. For the sake of the utilitarian in me who wishes to get good use out of these things. No, it's actually an axe in the back of the person who's in the wheelchair, which is somehow slightly worse. Alrighty then. I'd like to get rid of you if I can. Kitty aunt, that is a cross face. That's a very cross kitty aunt. I'm going to go cross man as well in a minute. Can I go anywhere through here? No, of course not. Kitty aunt. Stop turning to rabbit. Do actual ventilation systems? I ask this because we don't have ventilation systems like this in this country. At least certainly none that I'm aware of, apart from places like hospitals and stuff. Are they all just completely open, that people can literally just crawl through them? Because that seems like a massive security risk. Or do they have, like, grates in them like that one had, in order to prevent sneaky people from being sneaky? Why I don't drag the axe out of his cranium and use it again, I don't know. Alright, do I want to go through that door, or do I want to go over there and get that other axe by that other door and kill someone else? I don't think that's necessary. As much as I would normally never turn down the opportunity to have an optional bit of murder, you'd think I'd move the body. Yeah, that's what I was worrying about. Okay, I didn't have to cut his hands off. That's good. That would have been unpleasant.
Our questions. What are you afraid of? What could haunt you so? What could you need that only we could be the ones to fill it? Was your waste of life something you wish to return to? Are you not grateful for what we've done for you? We let you into our circle. We gave you a new life. Why will you turn your back on us? Why will you not stand with us?
Destroy. Oh, the screen! I thought you meant a newspaper. I was slightly confused as to why we were being so vicious with a little bit of newspaper. But never mind. I mean, I have my qualms with journalism as well, but you know.
Shut up and get out of my way!
That was vicious. But I wholeheartedly approve of it. I'm not entirely sure how sensible it is to smash an electrical object with a metal object, because that seems like it would be electrically conductive and could quite possibly zap you, but never mind. Maybe I did get electrocuted, and I blacked out, and then somebody picked me up and carted me off to some other place. Let's turn the light on so we can see what the hell we're doing. Alright, there's Leslie again, or possibly Ruvik, or whoever it is at the moment. Can I go through here? No, I cannot. Somebody has starched the sheets too much, and they have become like corrugated iron. Alright then, that's a tragedy, but we're just gonna have to live with it. Hang on a second, there wasn't anything there. I just saw the slightest... No, sorry. I saw the slightest sliver of light, and was curious as to whether that was some sort of item, or secret, or sneakiness. But no such thing happened. I was pointing at this earlier, but you didn't seem to pay any attention to it.
The patients are dying when connected to the machine? What are you implying, Jimenez?
After what you did to him, now all of this is just conjecture. But it's as if Ruben's consciousness remains trapped inside STEM, and he's attacking anyone attempting to enter.
This is inexcusable. We need to get around this. We can't have come all this way for nothing.
Ruvik. He was in STEM all along.
I figured that out like 10 episodes ago. You know, from the fact that, you know, we saw Ruvik's face, heard Ruvik's voice. People were constantly talking about Ruvik being a ghost in the system. I was kind of under this funny impression that he was hanging around. But never mind. Yes, so they hooked up Ruvik's brain to the system in order to make the system work, because it wouldn't work without him. But they somehow didn't realise that hooking his brain up to the machine wasn't going to impart his psychic stuff into the machine.
Leslie? What makes him special?
Leslie was not always like this. He became catatonic after a traumatic experience as a child. His family was murdered in front of him. The data would suggest that brainwave synchronization with Ruben correlates to specific trauma. In this case, Ruben's own loss of family.
This will not do. We need something else at the core. Something more acceptable to a whole range of people.
I'm still quite curious as to why the Mobius Corporation was interested in the STEM system in the first place. Like, what are they going to gain out of it? What purpose was it going to serve? What does this say? It doesn't say anything, it's all corrupted. Right then. It says please call the administrator, but we're not going to that. Well, that's a light, I do apologize. That was a CCTV camera. That was a funny place to stick a CCTV camera, but a good way of checking that your employees are working properly. Alright, not seeing any secret items or anything. Because these seem like the sort of locations where you'd be expected to rush around and find the ending of the story, rather than carefully examining every area, especially now that we're not looking for any ammunition or anything. So I'm just checking that we're not leaving behind any collectibles.
They grow impatient with our progress and demand briefings on the development process. At first stressing the results, but now they work off a timeline based on their needs. Typical bureaucrats. I've been pushing Ruben, but he's retreated further, doing his research at home, and refusing to come to the lab unless it's directly working on our STEM prototype. I'm feeling uneasy, and no doubt Mobius is looking on us with question.
I know how you feel, mate. Corporations that sent you home, and then all of a sudden they want you to come back to the office, even though you're much happier where you are. But never mind. You never knew how prophetic your words would be back in the halcyon days of 2014. Alright then, anything under the stairs? Another freaky snail thing. That still confuses me, why that's so out of place? I mean, like, the golden records look a bit silly, but, okay, like a corrupted detective, okay, that's fine. You know, they look a bit silly, but they make sense. The thing with pink love hearts that flies out of it in a very anime style and then all of a sudden goes from being a snail into being an action figure is just a bit confusing. But never mind, what do I know? Alrighty then, what do we have here? Some more information perhaps. That's a little model. Oh, for my action figures, a playset.
Potentially that person could neutralize Ruben. I mean, Ruvik. With my knowledge of the system, I may be of some...
Absolutely not. We can't afford you complicating this any further. We will prepare one of our own.
Sending someone inexperienced, we can't even be sure they can come back.
Then it will need to be someone expendable.
Is that me?
Expendable. So that's how you see me. And I trusted you.
Yeah, see, that was your key mistake, right? You shouldn't trust these secret people. What the hell is going on with this? What was with all the bodies? Idiot! Why did you trust these people that picked you up off the street and then sent you into the police department to steal their classified records? They're not exactly law-abiding citizens. Never mind. Do I need to get into the bathtub? No, it would seem there's already somebody in there, at the very least, to sack up potatoes. Is there anything I need to do here? Presumed I need to go up there, perhaps. Up onto this higher balcony level. At least I can listen to some funky music while I go. Alright, is there like something else I need to shine my light on? Something else I need to scan? There's more of this, weird... Oh yeah, here we go. More of this weird dust cloud effect. That reminds me vaguely at the beginning of the game, about 6 months ago, falling down a chute like that and landing in a bunch of corpse remains. Seriously, where do I go from here? I don't mind. Oh, here we are. Now I can do this bit. There was a thematic ordering I wasn't appreciating.
What the hell? Where am I now?
Oh, gosh. We're right back at the beginning where we met that sadistic butcher man. Man alive, this is a blast from the past. Oh, this is great. This is the trouble with doing series that are this long. It's like taking me back so far just to see this place again. Alrighty then. So at least we've got the code. If we can only find the place to input it, we can listen to these nice musics. Don't like those shadows. There's an axe there. Why would I need that exactly? Who do I need to fight? And why don't I take the rest of the Kitty? Who needs that many chainsaws? Right? Like, who other than a sadistic serial killer needs that many chainsaws? Alright. Let me go back and check this code and input it in the machine. Huzzah and hooray. Now that we've been standing here for far longer than we have any right to, let's get the hell out of here. Alright then, the detective isn't here, is he? Let me just smash anything else I can find. For the circular... Oh, I see. I was wondering why we were transforming various bits of this place into, like, gore-riddled areas. We were sort of transforming it into this world. How curious. I'm going to continue to smash these boxes for no particularly good reason. Just in case of additional things, because upon checking like the music screen, I see. I was going to say this must be after this happened, but then again, of course it was. Of course it was because we saw the bit in the playground, so that wouldn't make any sense otherwise. So where does this lead then? Is this another like secret area, or is this? No, this just leads you under here where all of the slime is kept. So that's good. Okay, so this whole area then is just to do with the leather scrap and nothing else. But yeah, upon checking out the model viewer and the music system for the assignment DLC, I realised that I'd left. Somehow managed to miss a huge amount of stuff, even though I was trying to pay quite careful attention. But shock horror, I failed miserably, as I do with everything else in life. Again, with all the chainsaws. I literally know people who are tree surgeons that don't even have as many chainsaws. They have like 3 at most, right? Not 35,000. But I guess that's the difference between a professional and someone who's just passionate about it. passionate about getting all the stains of piddle out of my hair. Oh yes, and this is the bit where I was getting chased. Goodness, that seems like a lifetime ago. Alright then. Where did this lead? Oh good, it led into a tomb of death. As opposed to a tomb full of live people, Philip. Well done there, you linguistic loser. Alright then. Seems there was like a trapdoor we needed to go down. Except I'm not going to go down it. I'm just going to run out of. Oh, scare me, were they? You shan't scare me. I shall continue to look around for stuff and not find anything, and also not really be bothered to look around. Oh dear. So that was just a little spook. All right, fair enough. I've realised. Like, way too late, but I've realised that little orange circle that's on her shoulder right now, or semicircle I should say, or arc would probably be a more correct mathematical term, that's not indicating an enemy, that's indicating the presence of something I can get in cover with. I think the yellow and the red ones are indicating the bad guys, but never mind. I do feel like Kitten probably has the upper hand here, because I feel like if they were going to draw Leslie out on their own, or just kill me, or whatever, they would have already done it on their own. They must need me to assist them, otherwise they wouldn't continuously be trying to convince me that I need to come back to the dark side, or whatever it is exactly they're trying to do. This seems very familiar, like we did this right at the beginning of the assignment. As if we are returning to a place that we tread long ago. Hello friend, you have a big gun. Yeah, it's alright, I'd already noticed the fact that he had a big gun. I, however, have an axe. Would you turn that off, please? Thank you very much. And my big axe is going to come in very handy. You shall see. It's also going to come into their brain, but that's beside the point. Anything to the side here? No. Alright, where's he at? There's another axe there, but I don't need it because I picked one up earlier because I was frugal and I saved it. Or some such trash. I was just thinking to myself, I could go out there, but I'm not going to. I was rather hoping you'd turn around a bit sooner, mate, but never mind. He's going to do some copying by the looks of things. Come on. Time for death. Well, that was exciting.
Enough of this shit.
I'm glad I wasn't involved in that, because that would have probably involved a couple of quick time events and I would have screwed them up royally. Goodness. The sawmill shotgun, how exciting. I noticed a load of shotgun shells over there. We're going to have a boss fight, aren't we? Oh, giddy. Hopefully that means we are approaching the end then. Maybe this chapter will be a little shorter than the others. Maybe that will sort out my worries from this, from earlier. Yeah, we've definitely got a boss fight coming. Anything in here? Any little additionalness that has been left here in the intermediarying month or however long it's been? I dread to think. It would seem the answer to that question is a resounding no. Alright then, never mind any of that rubbish. Let me grab these. How many have we got? Only 5, which isn't a lot. Okay, but that is like five shots, not 5 shells, which is good. Can I smash this with my feet, please? Can I smash this with my feet, please? No, it seems the power of stiletto even has limits. Right then, friends. Goodbye, kids. I best be careful with this, otherwise I am going to get in a pickle. Hi. And here's the pickle I've got myself into. I don't guess I can have his gun. Yay, he's going to drop some bullets. That makes me happy, kidsy. The fact that I forgot that when you got grabbed you have to go into a quick time event and thus took my hand off the keyboard in order to fiddle with this infernal thing that's stuck in my ear. Rather, it's not stuck in my ear. If it was stuck in my ear, we wouldn't have half as many problems. Ah dear, which means I got smooched and straddled. Wonderful. Alright then. I'm going to get behind cover. There we go. Going to crouch. Wait until the man with the gun gets a bit closer. And then, when they're nice and close, I'm going to pop up and shoot their face. And at least shoot most of them, but not really succeed in killing any of them. Like Kitty yards, my friend. Your tie is too thin for my taste. Kitty, my brain is too small for your taste. But never mind. How am I so frickin' bad at it? Yeah, he sort of knows. At least they let me regenerate a little of my health and nothing else. So I guess I should be grateful for small mercies. Because goodness knows when I'm playing this game, the only mercies I get are very bloody small ones. Would you please leave me alone, mate? There's no way I can kill any of them. Okay, I can kill one of them, and I need to make sure that the one that I kill is the one with the gun. Because he'll drop another bullet that I can use to kill the first one. Excuse me, sir. Where's my friend? There's my friend! Maybe I should just try shooting him in the arse instead of trying to shoot him anyplace else. Alright, let me get away from my hug-enthusiastic fan over here. Hi, friend. There we are. My old instincts for trying to get headshots are, not serving me well with this shotgun. Let me just regenerate my health. There we are. You know, I feel like that little mechanic is in direct contradiction to certain scientific facts, right? Because we're always told that sitting is like the worst thing in the world and it makes your bum fall off or whatever under the sun it is the scientific studies say this afternoon. Anything sneaky in here? Potentially, potentially not. This is either the place I'm meant to go or this is a sneaky place. I'm trying to discern which. No, it's just a total waste of time. That's what it is. It was neither of the things that I thought it was. Never mind. Yes, but then in all the scientific studies, they say that sitting down is very bad for you. But then in this game, sitting down can, like, you know, cure you of a zombie bite. So I feel like there's some conflicting evidence here. We need some more studies. Did I see another person over there? Some sort of villainous cad. Yes, some sort of villainous cad who's having his dinner. That's nice. And I'm terribly sorry to interrupt you, my friend, but I'm slightly enthusiastic about the prospect of killing you. There's no way on earth I'm going to be able to get behind you in order to kill you with the axe, but I'm still going to try because I'm that kind of stupid optimist. No, that didn't work. We all knew it wasn't going to work, but I still had to convince myself of that fact. There we are. That's better. Giddy on, that isn't. Let me just scoot away from them for a minute for the sake of letting their anger die down. If I remember correctly, things like pimples and I was going to say agony. No, acne is kind of agonizing, but it's not exactly the same thing. They do tend to get greater levels of inflammation due to stress, so possibly that's why these fine fellas over here get quite so cross about my existence. But never mind. Let's slip through here now that they've all run away and see what else we've got. It doesn't look like there's anything of interest over there, so I'm guessing I'm going through here. Okay, right. Well, we're already over the hour point that I was originally planning on, so we'll definitely at least we'll definitely go at least as far as the next save point. But we shall have to see what the game seems to be doing at that point, whether it seems like it's wrapping things up or not, before we figure out exactly how long this is going to be. What I have just realised is that I can't aim my light when I'm here, which is a problem. No, I can. It's just pressing the button didn't work the first couple of times, for reasons unknown. Oh good, I remember being here earlier and thoroughly ruining a fine pair of trousers. It sounds like I've got the hiccups, and I'm sorry about that. It sounds like there are some baddies here, which I should probably actually be killing now that I think about it. I should probably figure out where I should probably stop fumbling and find my filing system and figure out where my gun is. Never mind. No, what I was thinking about is it's funny, because you actually already know how long this video is, and I don't, which I find to be, an interesting sort of thing. The fact that you actually know more about how this has gone than I do, due to, you know, temporal mechanics and all that jazz. Alright, let me remove you from this predicament. There we go. And I'm not going to bother killing them unless it's necessary. I do want to see if there's anything over here, even though this is a very silly idea, because they're going to get me trapped in a dead end. That was a waste of a bullet. I didn't need to do that, but never mind. This is not going to be a waste of a bullet, because I do need to do this. I'm not going to actually stick around long enough to kill them properly. I'm just going to fail miserably to get the hell away from them and start dancing again, because apparently that's just Kidman's thing. Oh, kitty aunt. Let me... Oh, dear. Let me miss, because of course. Right, let me kick him back into the piddle. And scoot up here. We should kind of start grabbing the thighs, mate. Oh dear. Come on. Just die, right? It's literally all I've ever asked of you people, is that you die cooperatively. Please there's some bullets in here. There's not! What a stupid idea this was. Well, something's blown up, but not nearly enough things have blown up. Because... it would be fruitless of me to say more of this endeavour. Crying out loud. Right then, let's have a tertiary go at this. Let me actually reload this before we carry on any further, because I'm sick of getting stuck, caught short, as it were. Alright, so I know there's nothing off to the left, I don't need to go that way, and I know there's nothing in that little room to the right, so I don't need to go there either. So I just kill you, grab the bullet, reload, and then I need to be as quick as I can here. Jump down, and then sprint over here, except I can't sprint. So I'm just going to have to figure out that you don't get staggered by that. I have requested no hickeys, my friend. Kindly hickey off. Right. No. It don't matter how hard I try, I'm still so dreadfully dreadful at all of this. Alright. Please. I'm probably going to have to kill one or two of you. I'm not exactly averse to doing that, but I would wonder where the sound is. I don't know what I want anymore. I just want all these people to leave me alone for 5 minutes. Oh, Giddy Hunt! Now there's that screaming Laura woman. Oh, Giddy Hunt! I'm in a pickle. I don't know where to go, but I hope it's this way. I hate the fact that you can't sprint in this instance, due to being injured. Let's go through here and shut it behind me. There was a Ruvik one. Did you see that? Just for a moment, there was a Ruvik-faced one, wearing a funny hood. Can I cover somewhere? Anywhere? Even at all? No, man. I've only got the one bullet left as well. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, me and my migraine are going to wander off down this corridor and see what we can find at the other end of it. It's like one of those weird tunnels they have in like amusement parks where you wander down and there's like this swirly thing that goes around you. Can I cover somewhere? Anywhere? Please. Just for the sake of not having such a headache all the time. Can I like cover on this wall at all? No? You really expected me to get through that without any injury, game? You have thoroughly overestimated my abilities. Never mind. We'll just walk interminably slowly down this corridor and see what we've got at the other end. No cats, which is a shame, because that would help me calm down.
Disappointing, kid. Such a simple mission, but still, you act out. Thankfully for us, there's always a backup plan. Not everything we give you is for your benefit.
The infusion. What did you put in me?
We needed to know if one of us could survive in the system. But we're not about to risk anyone of value. You were sent to carry us in with you. So here I am.
No. It's Rubik. He's making all of this.
Where am I going? Am I going through there maybe, or am I going through somewhere else? I don't know, but I'd absolutely jump for joy if I could just cover somewhere. I've also realised I can't do my stupid jump for joy thing in this environment because of all the cables I'm hooked up to, and it'll keep me on life support while I go through the grueling experience of living here. Right then, I'm guessing I'm going through here because I can't be bothered to walk around anywhere else. No, I'm not going through here, and I must now walk around somewhere else. Alright, what's that? Is that just a can or something? Yes, it is. It's nothing special or exciting or life-changing. Alright, so those chemicals that they gave me in the first place, those, where's my light? I mean, it's not really a light, but there we go, that's better. That somehow allowed them kind of a better channel to access the system by, instead of, because I suppose if they hadn't done that, they wouldn't be able to see into the system at all, because we haven't seen any evidence that they're at all familiar with what is going on inside here, judging by like some of the messages that we've had about them having to interview subjects after they come out of the system. Oh, right. Okay then. An hour and 15 now. Alright. I don't want to be accused of shortchanging anybody, so I guess we'll carry on until the end of this. I'm just going to turn the recording off and then back on again for the sake of file sizes. Right then, kindly move your patoot, dearest pussycat. Oh, I haven't seen that before. It's a bit of petting. I don't guess the sit down cured my health problem, did it? Did it cure my migraine? No, of course not. Let's listen to this thing.
Please, roll up your sleeve.
Whoa, now. That's a big syringe. Don't think you're putting that fucking thing in me.
Miss Kidman, you agreed to this. Don't forget that. Nothing we're doing is malicious. It's only proper protocol.
You know what's proper protocol? Telling the person getting the fucking shot where the hell she is and what's the fucking point. Ow! Damn it, that hurt. Hey guys, what the fuck? Is anyone there? You give me a shot, then just let this weird video play on repeat? Some great fucking medical science you've got going on here.
About damn time. Alright, can I go now?
Not right now, Miss Kidman. How are you feeling? Any headaches? Nosebleeds, perhaps?
What? No. But I do feel a little floaty. Almost like I'm underwater.
That's consistent with the effects of the compound. We just have one last part of this test to partake in. Then you will be free to go.
Sure. Go for it, I guess.
Good. I will now ask you a series of questions. You will answer them while watching the images in front of you. You will not look away from the screen. Do you understand?
Yes.
Question number 1. Have you ever felt abandoned by the ones you trusted?
Those weird bloody psycho creatures again. That's interesting. That's weird. So that's like, it almost seems like when Kidman first came to the Mobius Corporation, she was sort of brought against her will, and they had to kind of drug her into
to us. You made the choice of your own free will. We were the only ones who cared. The ones who took you from your useless life.
kind of real abusive
We
relationship
gave you a
vibe.
reason to exist. And how do you thank us? By destroying our
I'll do a lot more than that with this
world.
shotgun, mate.
Useless kid. Who will have you? Why would you abandon the cause? Who are you trying to save? A world that didn't care about you in the first place.
Save the world? What, save the whole world? That seems rather intense. Can I go through here? I know this was locked the second time we came around as the detective. Oh. For one happy instant, I thought I healed that I didn't always walk properly. But no. No, of course not. We can just see these very wonky trees put up presumably by a very cross-eyed garden architect. Alright then. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for the degree of tardiness, but this certainly does seem like it's going to be where we finish things up and end, given that this is where we ended the main game. So it seems logical. Indeed, it seems logical we'd be in roughly the same place. Can I please? There we are. At least I can walk around properly now, if nothing else. Another audio tape. Is this the last one of these as well?
They're coming for me. I don't know how, but they know everything. They even know about Leslie. There's no use hiding this anymore. I'll enter the system and my return will be proof that all of this was worth it. I can of course convince them that it wasn't for me. It was for their goals. There are just the final tweaks left. Once I finish, I will put Leslie in the stem with myself and activate it. The wireless signal should ring out in the near distance. I can't speak for those unfortunate to be around, but like I always said, the ends will justify the means. Finally, Mobius will see that I am one of their chosen ones. Reuben is but a ghost. I am their savior. Their plan is nothing without me.
Goodness sake. Reference Star Wars again and say they've been watching it a few too many times. Right then, so it seems like Jimenez was kind of falling out of favour with the Mobius Corporation, and then he set off the wireless system. What's this say? Nothing very exciting. Can we go through here, please? No. No, is my conclusion to that statement. He set off the wireless Mobius system in order to prove a point. And at the same time, Mobius sent me to the hospital in order to investigate the wireless nature of the new stem system that they knew Jimenez was going to try and activate. I'm just doing this because I would hate to leave anything else behind, and if we're finishing this up then we shan't be returning, so I don't want to leave anything behind. But I have managed to waste an inordinate volume of time, so that's all happy and joyous right there. Sorry. I'd like to see something in the corner, but I couldn't. Okie dokie. Hi, friend. Goodbye, friend. He's not dead, is he? He's not dead. Oh, why do there have to be so many of you maniacs? And why do I have to have such a dreadful aim? At least I'll respawn with full health, if nothing else. I was just standing there waiting for an elevator, for crying out loud. I wasn't trying to do anything, you know, that criminal. But still I had to be punished for my mischief. Alright, at least this time I know what to expect. So, let's watch the sun go out. There we go. I turn the light off. Yeah, if I turn the light off, it's literally completely pitch black. Just wish they'd stay dead. I never thought I'd say this, but I actually wish I had the matches. I never found them much use in the main game, but they'd actually be real nice here, just finishing these kids off. Given the fact they all seem to survive the first hit, which is most annoying. I have a funny feeling I've forgotten to reload. I was just about to say, I have a funny feeling this is an infinite thing. I just need to survive long enough to wait for the elevator to arrive. We just didn't have a nice...
You won't answer our questions. Is it out of fear? Fear is such a subtle thing. But when one experiences true fear, is when they can be controlled. They can be molded. STEM is an abortion, a machine designed on the premise of fear. But in a sense, it is perfect for what we hope to achieve. You will be the first. You will bow under this fear, or you will die. You will serve as an example for what we will become.
Thank you. It's nice and quiet now. So the idea of the system is kind of like a scarecrow toxin idea. Like, get people as scared as possible in order to make them fully malleable and controllable. So that you can then dominate their will.
Leslie, wait! Don't go in there!
I'm going to buy him a pair of lead shoes for Christmas. Right then, here's me, having a bath.
This is me. I'm connected. Just like everyone else. I'm getting out of here.
Finally getting the piddle out of my trousers as well, which is a small miracle. Here's Joseph, who does seem to be sort of still vaguely alive, which is nice. At least this gives me the opportunity to investigate who else is here. There's Leslie. Jimenez is presumably here as well. There he is. He looks slightly more dead, but never mind. So who else was actually strapped into this, other than me, of course? There's me. There's me, and all of my hair. And then who's that? Oh, that's the man who was driving the police car. Alright, so those are the only folks who were real in all of this. At least that they weren't leftover things. Alright, I really do want to try and destroy this. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, I shouldn't, because I've only got 2 bullets. I'm still going to do it. I didn't think that. What? What? That's not surely it. Or maybe it is. This seems... That is awesome. That is absolutely bloody awesome. Oh dear. That is awesome. I love that to death. I was thinking that was the most anticlimactic ending I've ever seen in a bloody video game, but that was brilliant. I love that. Oh dear. That reminds me of the fake crash in Arkham Asylum. That's awesome. Oh dear.
Sebastian, get away from him. Sebastian, listen to me. Stop. Your interests are the same as ours.
Look, I get it. You're not just some rookie detective, and this is not just some ordinary kid. You killed Joseph and you shot me. So right at this moment, that's enough reason for me not to trust you.
You're a good man. That's why It doesn't matter anymore. If you know who this kid is, if you know anything, you know why he can't be allowed to live.
Bullshit. It's Ruvik. He's the one that...
Well do I remember this. Well do I remember the rocket launcher as well. So, what role do I play in all this?
Leslie, stop!
Put some pants on, man. I said it before and I'll say it again. I usually want to hand out fashion advice, but I think wearing trousers is good advice.
Leslie!
Hi again. Giddy up.
You failed. We gave you an order and you failed.
No. None of this is real. You aren't real.
You want to believe that, but I'm right here. I've been with you this whole time.
This world is a nightmare. But I'm not afraid of you anymore.
That just shows how little you understand. You should be very afraid. We have you, kid. And you know the consequences for failure. We won't let you just leave us.
Do I fight you?
You fulfilled what little use you have.
I have a funny feeling I gotta fight you.
This world is a prison for you to rot in.
Fuck you. I've had enough of this. I'll kill you right here.
Idiot. This is gonna take all night. How many bullets do I have? More than I have any freaking right to. What is this? That does do something. But I need to get it. I need to actually do it. Stop doing it. What is this? Those bullets! That's nice, except I'm not allowed to have any. Alright, there must be like a moment of weakness. Like then. I'll try that one again, kid. Not very pleasant. But goodness knows success and victory never came on an empty battlefield. Would you stop doing it? Alright. Let me go back over and get those other bullets that I left. I didn't mean to run into your crotch, mate. Don't report me to HR. Sticking my crotch in the boss's face. Yeah, I was thinking it couldn't be that easy. What's that? Oh, that's me! With a different shirt on. What? This is what this is what my shirt would actually look like if all the bloodstains had lasted throughout the game. I've been axed. Not if I get axed. You move very, very, very oddly. Could I please be allowed to move my arse? Okay, that works on a temporary level, but not on many other levels. There's a thing there I'd like to investigate, but I'm not getting the chance. Alright. What's this? Is this just more bullets, or this is a sneaky place? And you guys didn't stagger from that, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. Okay, so it seems like there's little windows here that have extra bullets in them. Okay, that's going to be vital. So it does seem like I need to kill these red shirts here. Kitty aunt, Captain Kirk will be sad, but never mind him. Kitty aunt. Where the hell did I go? Where the hell did I go? Where the hell did they go? I mean, it is me, but it also isn't. Just die. Thank you. What the hell was that? Kitty, oh, that was me forgetting to reload. That's what that was. Kitty, have the bullets, please. Thank you very much.
There cannot be progress without sacrifice.
I agree, but I don't think I should be the sacrificial lamb. I presume I just need to shoot these kids a lot, and there's nothing more tactical to this. I'd hope that's at least the case. I do wish you guys had stopped hugging me. At least you can reload on the move, which is a small blessing. I'm actually not. I'm actually trying to fight myself. Would you kindly let go of me? Would you kindly not do that? I am in a right pickle now, because I don't think I can cover on any of these walls. No, I can't, and I can't sprint. Which means I need to try and find some bullets somewhere.
There cannot be progress without sacrifice.
At least I'm not dead. Somehow I'm still not dead. Goodness. Maybe me being crap at the combat is finally coming back to bless me, because these guys are crap at the combat because they're basically me. That's good. Where are the frickin' bullets? I swear there were some around here somewhere. Yes, they're there, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get them without getting killed. Unless I do it like that. I have no idea how I managed that. Okay, right. Okay, that one might actually be dead. Oh, hallelujah. Now what? Okay, more stuff. Let me shine on these as I can get some bullets back as quick as possible. Please. Don't think he's coming towards me. I should be safe for a few moments at least. But I'm not going to be tardy any more than this, I can say. Anything hidden on the back of these? No, it would just seem that it's a funny architecture. Oh dear. Alright then, let's go and deal with Slowman. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. This has been very intense.
It's a shame you'll never see what we accomplished.
I don't think you're accomplishing anything nice. So I'm not overly concerned about this. Why do I feel like I'm going to need to hide behind these? And not get seen on time. Maybe not getting seen is overrated. Maybe I should... Oh! Wow! That hurt. That's curious. Alright. So, this really isn't the time. This really isn't the time for a sit down, my friend. Alright, let's try and get behind this one. Just cover for a second, because I don't think we're going to knock off. There we are, and I'll run straight up to you.
You think you can run, but you're ours.
What do I need to do now? Shoot him, presumably. Ow! Judging by this. Alright, you're just getting a bullet to the face, my friend. No, you're getting a bullet to the face. Ow! I'm getting a mitten to the mouth. It seems like red things are signs. Signs that I'm dreadful at this. Reload, post haste if you don't mind. You're going to need to hit it one more time. Still got a couple of bullets left. Let me grab these new ones. Is he weak enough to kill me? Or do we need to give it a go? There's a hypothesis I'll test with reckless abandon. Oh my giddy aunt. Is that it? I'm so knackered. Oh, hello. I think I've still got a few bullets left over in that shotgun, if you wanted, you know. If we wanted to be sort of, you know, to do with my themes and all, we could do with the shotguns. Again, remember what I said right back at the beginning of the assignment when we were calling out of the ambulance? I feel like I could sort of reprise that that comment. I'm sure many of us have wanted to do this with our boss over the years.
But have you? You don't know anything. I am with you. I will always be with you now.
You don't know me. I'm stronger than you think.
It's a bit like Bruce Wayne, actually. Oh, you have to do this. Thank you. I didn't realise.
Are you sure enough in yourself? Sure enough to face the responsibilities of your actions?
There's the face of a man who's cross because his tie pin has clipped through his tie. I'd be cross if mine did that.
How the hell?
Presumably Ruvik didn't manage to successfully...
Agent Kidman, we've got him from here.
How long has it been?
37 minutes since the first pulse.
It's been about 6 months for me.
How did we get here?
What are you talking about?
Just give me a minute. I need to get my head straight.
Myra, we need you back here.
All right, but we've got word he wants a debriefing as soon as you get back.
My theory was correct. Aren't I clever? Oh, I called it episodes ago. Possibly last episode, actually. I can't remember. That's going to make handshakes and the job interviews very difficult. What is that? That's
right.
obviously the Mobius logo.
I failed, but they didn't count on you. I owe you one. Welcome back to the real world, Sebastian. I hope you find what you're looking for. Leave that one. And those two. They're not going anywhere.
No one is.
Apart from me, I'm going to the shop today to buy some chocolate to try and get over all of this, but never mind. Alrighty then, so I was right about it being about an hour and a half long. I'm glad it was in one episode, otherwise I would have been screwed up. Right, are we not going to get a buddy cop silliness at the end of this? Right, can I, as much as I'd like to show off the wonderful names of these wonderful people, can I skip this please before we A, get involved in copyright, and B, have to listen to more of that breathy vocalist I don't like. Yes. Oh yeah, I seem to remember. I seem to remember looking at one of the clues for one of the saves when I the first one that we had to turn them in certain directions, like lefts and rights with certain numbers I didn't realise. Apparently that mode, rather than being a more difficult mode, it seems to just be a mode where all the lights are turned off. Like the only light you have is your own personal light of like the flashlight or lantern or whatever, which seems a really weird way of doing a harder difficult light. It's like you just can't see what you're doing, which seems a bit weird to me. 13. Giddy on. Oh man, life's been 5 seconds faster. That would have been lovely. Or half an hour slower, possibly. I don't know. But never mind. We'll save the game for no particularly good reason. Righty-ho then. That is about all for the consequences, I reckon. The consequence, I mean to say. I didn't mean to get my plurals muddled, but never mind. We can look at the model viewer. And sadly not be presented with a Kate Upton, but instead we can be presented with this. Under Ruvik's control, indeed. Succumb to Ruvik's influence inside the stem with precise aiming, or just a bit of luck. We were alright. Giddy. I do like the... Can we get like a real good close-up on the face here? On the face, not on the crotch. Can we press the wrong button? I just want to scroll in on the face. Why does down push you up and up push you down? That's very confusing to me. Man alive, that is gruesome. You get rid of the text. There we are. That is really, really nasty. Kitty on. Okay then, that's enough of all that then. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. That answered a hell of a lot of questions about the story, and helped to tie everything together, because at some points the game did seem as if it was a bit sort of all over the place with the story. It seemed, which I understood it was doing that for the sake of the making the story mysterious rather than it being a poorly written story, so I did appreciate that. But indeed, here are the names of things we shan't listen to for copyright. Yeah, I got the impression that that it was being mysterious for the sake of mystery rather than for the sake of being confusing, but it's good to have most of those answers tied up, and also good to have an answer to my theory, because I'd actually totally forgotten about that. But never mind. I was wondering at first, because we could see the like the back of her head, we could see the colour of her hair. I was thinking of going back and checking the photograph, like the missing person poster for the detective's wife, in order to see if she had the same colour hair, because I couldn't remember what colour her hair was, but obviously they said her name and proved my theory correct, but that is that. No, because that would take us back to Steam, and that's not where I want to go. I want to point out the last little thing we have to do in this before we finish completely for this game. Alright, now that we've completed both of Kidman's DLCs, we still have the Executioner to do, which is actually the only DLC that I remember anything about. I remember a fair amount about the Executioner DLC. These two, I have literally no memory of whatsoever, so going through this was actually really interesting to see those from a kind of totally fresh and new perspective, having previously seen the game be played once when it first came out. So, hello, this little rat over there. It was just nice to see see some stuff like from a totally fresh perspective, which was kind of cool. But yes, we have this to do, which if I remember correctly, it involves a whole heckin' load of violence, and not a great deal less. But anyway, yes, we'll have some fun with that. We'll do that next week. I'm not entirely sure how long that is, whether that'll be 1 episode or 2. I'm not sure, but we're certainly coming up to the end of this. But this has been a long episode, and I don't know whether I should apologise for that or not, but either way, I'm glad that we finished off the consequences in 1 episode rather than not doing that, because as I said, I really didn't want to have the ending of the consequences and the beginning of the execution in the same place. It was alright when we had that between the assignment and the consequences, because they both led on from one another, like, perfectly, like, designed to be played, one after the other. Obviously, this is, like, totally different and separate compared to these, so it would be nice to keep them in separate videos, but the other alternative of the video ended up being an hour and a half long, I suppose, would have been to do 2 45-minute episodes, but then that would have been short-changing a bit, so I'm glad we didn't do that. Why I'm prattling on about this, now that it's all set in stone by the fact that we've recorded this much this week, is beyond me, but never mind. I'm very knackered after doing that, but thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do the last little bit next week, or possibly the week after as well. Look after each other, and good night.